Good morning. Welcome to our webinar. Thank you very much for attending today. Today I'm going to be talking about our diver mounted display. This is the latest product to come out from Tritech. My name is Rachel McAlpine. I'm here with Mark Emsley, our sales advisor. Quick running order for today. I'm going to go through a short presentation just to give you some information about the diver mounted display. We're going to show you the system that I have in front of me here. I'm going to show you a short video about the diver mounted display, and then you're going to get an opportunity to ask any questions and we'll do our best to answer them. And then at the end of that, I'll give you a discount code for the diver mounted display. So we'll start out just by going through our presentation. So the objectives of this presentation, we're going to go through what those are. Then we're going to look at why we use Sonar. We're going to look at what the Monocle is. We'll look at what the Subsea Computer is. We'll look at what the SKU is, what DMD-U is, and then see the DMD in action, and then look at did we meet our objectives. So, objectives for today. I want to look at what does the DMD comprise of, why is the DMD required, and how did the DMD come about. The DMD comprises of a multi-beam imaging sonar, a monocle that's mounted on the diver, a subsea computer, and power and control. We have two versions of the DMD. We have DMD-T, which means diver mounted display tethered system, and we have the DMD-U, which means diver mounted display untethered system. So why is the DMD required? Ultimately, the DMD is required to give vision in zero visibility water through the use of sonar. And so different kinds of divers use the diver mounted display for different activities. First responder and public safety divers and military divers primarily use the diver mounted display for evidence location and recovery, search and rescue operations, and anything they need a fast response to diving. Military divers as well will use it for covert operations on top of these. And commercial divers also use the system. The thing that all of these divers have in common is that they use it when the visibility is very poor. So for instance, in night diving or in brackish water. So where did the DMD come from? How did it come about? We started a long time ago. As you can see in this picture on the far left, that is a mechanical scanning sonar which is mounted on a diver. And we developed over a number of years, and in 2017 we developed a prototype which we began testing. Then in 2018 we sold our first system, which we sold to a US police and search and recovery dive team. And this is the old system. So this is the HMD, which refers to helmet mounted display. And it has similar elements to the system we brought out, but it's a kind of earlier version. So it still has a sonar, it still has a monocle, it has a diver mounted display, sonar display control unit, it has a subsea bottle. And here we are in 2020, and we're bringing to market the diver mounted display in two versions. We have the DMD-T, diver mounted display tethered, and we have the DMD-U, diver mounted display untethered, which you can see this diver is using in this photograph. So why do we use sonar? We use sonar typically when there's very low visibility. Water, brackish water or night diving, kind of a few reasons why there might be poor visibility. Ultimately, sonar helps to offer safety as it helps to offer obstacle avoidance and target identification through the use of sonar. Let's look at the individual elements of the diver mounted display now. So starting off with the monocle. So the monocle is built for the non-dominant eye of the diver, and it displays the sonar image in real time. It's video-like imagery, although it displays the raw data, and it moves intuitively with the diver. There's also an AHRS display to the diver, which means that the topside team and the diver can work together. So if the topside team communicates with the diver to swim northeast, they can do so. The monocle flips up and down and clicks into place. It's lightweight and it's low power. This is a short video of it clicking into place. There you go. Okay, so let's look now at the Subsea Computer. So the Subsea Computer is the interface that brings together the surface connection, the diver monocle, and the sonar. It processes the sonar data in real time at the diver and transmits the raw data to the monocle and a compressed video to the topside skew. It has 4 connectors. It has audio comms. It has 1 for sonar. It has 1 for the monocle and 1 for the skew for power. Because the Subsea Computer is so powerful, what it means is if you have a tethered system, you can add a couple of extra elements to make the system untethered. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Here it is, just clipping onto the diver belt. It can also be fully mounted. So looking at the surface control unit. Surface control unit comprises of a Toughbook 55 with a sunlight readable screen. It offers 4 hours power to the monocle, the Subsea Computer, and the sonar. The laptop within the surface control unit can be removed, which is great if you're in kind of small space like the deck of a boat. It not only powers the system, but it also allows the dive team on the surface to see the same sonar image as the diver. And it allows the dive team to communicate with the diver to highlight elements of the sonar image, as well as to send messages, written messages, if the comm should fail. It's 10 kilograms with the laptop, so it's easy to transport. Looking at the cable, the cable and the DMD skew, the surface control unit, are only available with the tethered system. The cable is a life-critical connection to the surface. If we look at number 4, we have a vectrin fiber braid, which means that the cable is strong enough that if the diver should get into trouble, they can be pulled out of the water. Number 5 is also important, it's the polyurethane sheath. This means that if the cable is dragged along the surface or becomes snagged on an object, it's not going to break. The cable can be used instead of a separate comms cable because of number 1, which is this twisted pair. It provides power to the Subsea Computer, the monocle, and the sonar, and it is supplied at 100 meters as standard. So looking at diver mounted display U, the untethered system. Similarly to the tethered system, you've got the sonar, you've got the monocle, and you've got the Subsea Computer. But as well as that, you've got the battery pack to power the system, and you've got the diver controller. So why do we need the diver mounted display untethered system? We need it for covert operations. We need it when there's a risk of entanglement, and we need it when the diver wants freedom from a tether. So looking now at the diver controller. The diver controller is a 3-button controller which connects to the diver belt. There's an up button, a down button, and a select button. And where you'd use the diver controller is if, for instance, you were using one of our Gemini 1200 IKs, which is a sonar that has 2 frequencies, you might be using a low frequency for a long-range inspection, but then when you get closer to what you're inspecting, you might want to switch to the high frequency to do a close-range inspection. And you could switch between those 2 frequencies using the diver controller. Just as an FYI, you can also do this if you have the tethered system, but the dive team would do this on behalf of the diver. And this is the batteries. This is what powers the untethered system. So these are industry standard batteries. They're reliable, they're robust, and can be poly mounted, and they should give between 1 and 2 hours charge to the untethered system. So here you can see on the left-hand side, you've got the tethered system, and on the right-hand side, you've got the untethered system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just talk you through the system that I have in front of me here. I have in front of me the tethered system. What we're planning to do is, if there's a lot of interest in the untethered system, we might do a separate webinar for it. But today I have a tethered system. I'm going to show you what this is. So we've got our diver here. He's wearing the LTS Guardian mask, and we've equipped him with a Gemini 1200 IK. And also he has his monocle on here. And as I said, it clicks up and down in and out place. So if the diver wants it away from his face, no problem. Just clips up and down. Everything is clipped onto the mask, so there's no reason to make any changes to your mask. And we have these bracketry for a few different masks. So just get in contact and let us know which mask you have and what do you need it for. Next, we have the Subsea Computer. As you can see, you've got your two connectors on either side, and this is clips onto the diver's belt. Next, we have a small length of the cable they're offering. Normally comes as standard as 100 meters, but I don't want to show you all that. So yes, this is the testing length of our cable. And this connects everything together to our surface control unit, to our SKU. So this is the top book, as I say. It lifts out if you need it to. And it also all folds down into a very small, neat package. And I'll just show you the back of the SKU. So you can see you've got your connectors here. So next what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a short video about the DMD. While I'm doing this, if you have any questions about the DMD system, please put them into the question box just now, and after this video, we'll go through your questions. Okay, so just to sum up, did we meet our objectives? What's the DMD comprised of? I think we've gone through that. Why is the DMD required? Hopefully I've covered that. And how did the DMD come about? Hopefully I've given you a little bit of history about how the DMDs come about. So just to summarize, we've got the diver mount display offers vision in zero visibility. It's quick and it's easy to deploy, and we're offering a tethered and an untethered system. So now we're going to take a look at any questions. Just to get us started, we've had a few questions come through on social media, so I thought I could start out by addressing some of those, and then hopefully we'll get a chance to go through any questions that you might have. So, questions that we've had on social media, we have been asked, how much does the DMD cost? So This really depends on the configuration that you have. It depends on the sonar that you select, and it depends on if you have untethered or tethered system. So what I would recommend is, if you're wanting to find out a price for the solution that's going to be best for you, that you contact our sales staff. They'll be happy to put together a quote for you. We also have a product configurator on our website, which you'll find if you go to the diver mounted display product page and look below the photograph that's on there is a red button. You can click onto that and you can build the diver mounted display that's suitable for you. We'll then generate a quote from there. So another question we've had is, tether is 100 meters long. Can it be longer? And yes, it's 100 meters as standard, and we have tested it to 150 meters. So if you have a requirement for a longer tether, please get in touch and let us know. Another question we've had is, could I plug the wrong device into the wrong connector on the Subsea Computer? The answer to that is no. All of the connectors are different on the Subsea Computer, so you don't need to worry about that. Another question is there a lag between what the diver sees and what the top side sees? The answer is yes, but it's a fraction of a second, so we don't anticipate it being any kind of issue. It shouldn't even be noticeable. Another question that we've had is, can the surface control unit be powered by mains or only on batteries? The answer to that is yes, it can be powered on either mains or the internal batteries. There's more information in our brochure, which is available online as well. And Mark, are there any questions? No, great, okie doke. So I'm just going to, as I say, as a thank you for attending today. We've got a discount specifically for everyone that attended. So this is it's a 5% discount on a diver mounted display system, valid for 30 days and it ends the 5th of December. And all you have to do to use this discount is quote TDMD05 if you're dealing with any of our sales staff, or alternatively, as I say, if you're on our product configurator, there's a notes section at the end. Just include TDMD05 and we'll automatically apply the 5% discount to your quote. So I've left the discount in the top left corner for you. If you wish to get in contact with us, this is all of the different ways that you can contact us. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions, or if there's anything that you'd like to know about the system, please feel free to get in touch. Also, feel free to reach out to myself or Mark on LinkedIn as well. Thank you very much for attending today. We hope you've enjoyed the webinar. We hope it's been informative for you, and have a great day.